Welcome to my analysis of the State of Crypto report released by Andrees Horowitz in 2024. And these are the key takeaways from the report. The key element is that they're asking how big is crypto today. So the orange line is compared with the green line. The green line is internet users, the orange line is monthly active crypto addresses. So as you can see, the growth in the first years, in the first 6 years of the same technology, is very similar. So we have reached in October 2024 an all-time high of 220 million active crypto addresses. Now, one thing, as a user of crypto, I have multiple crypto addresses, but the key thing is active. So how many people is really there? We don't know it. That's the key difference with the internet usage. But second is like we can see what kind of blockchains are the ones that people are using the most. And number one, in terms of active crypto addresses, well, from one side, we have Solana. It has 100 million. So interesting. A clear winner from 2024 compared to 2023 is Solana with 100 million. Then you have Base, which is the blockchain from Coinbase with 22 million. And then you have BNB chain, and then Ethereum and Polygon, Arbitrum, and OP. So very interesting here that the Ethereum ecosystem has less active crypto addresses than the non-Ethereum ones, and specifically Solana is winning. So these are the facts, very interesting data points here. Another thing is like, what are the countries and what are people really entering? And what we're seeing is like the US a couple of years ago when crypto started was number one. No, it's not anymore. You have seen countries such as Nigeria, which makes sense because the Nigerian naira it's a terrible currency, such as Argentina, the Argentinian pesos with hyperinflation. Well, no one likes it. And then in India is very interesting because in India there's a lot of prohibitions in terms of using of crypto. They have great fintech infrastructure, but also people are very interested in these areas. So yeah, you can see how the countries are moving and are changing in terms of crypto addresses. Now, how many people are really active? And this is an interesting number from 30 to 60 million active monthly users. And the key thing is, what are they doing? What are we doing? That's the way to really know about it. Another thing is that crypto has become a key political issue, and we're going to talk about this. And the logic is simple. Crypto has proven through all these years that the technology is amazing, the use cases work, therefore, regulation should come. And many countries around the world are trying to regulate crypto. Some countries have not even considered yet, which is stupid. But countries should really state that they how they're gonna regulate crypto, how they're gonna regulate digital assets, and how they're gonna regulate tokenized assets, which is my research. So swing states such as Pennsylvania and Wisconsin are very interested in crypto. So the key question here, and maybe there's the proposal from Dreesen, is like, will this impact the election outcome? I believe it will not. I believe both Pennsylvania and Wisconsin will be won by Kamala. And even though the interest has been rising in these places, it's not like gonna be a decisive vote, but we never know. So another thing is like, what kind of people are supporting? Well, if 40 million Americans own crypto, technically you will imply that most of them will vote Trump because Trump has announced better policies. How better? Well, we don't know yet because Trump was president and his policies were not pro crypto either, but he has changed his mind, so we'll see that happening. Then public engagement in public regulation. This is a very interesting one. Just check how the EU and the UK by jurisdiction is like the input. Like When you're doing legislation, how do you call people to give their opinions around it? And that's the reason the market in crypto assets regulation in the EU is the one that has had that process. And which is interesting because normally Andreessen Horowitz is just dissing out the EU. And yeah, this is true. Like regulatory clarity is very important. So check very, they even put the EU MiCA regulation here as an example of the way that countries should go. And Wyoming, well, they did the DAOs thing, but I didn't see many people really engaging with the DAOs regulation. I remember when they launched it, but not so many people doing. But it's good because it gives regulatory clarity. Sorry. These are another interesting things, and it's like the SEC approvals from the ETFs is what is happening, you know, and of course Bitcoin is leading. Then you have Ethereum, and I think the third one will be Solana. But $58 billion on chain holdings, very interesting, versus 7 billion. That's the reason Bitcoin is the leader because it has that kind of penetration with investors and with retail that other crypto doesn't have. And um, the CBDCs project, as you can see, what I like about this map, I'm going to highlight. Look, in Latin America, they're doing research, but Latin America always likes to do research and don't take action. While in the US, in Australia, they already have proof of concepts, and in other countries such as the EU, China, and Russia, they already have pilots. And in some other countries, they already launched their CBDCs. So I think CBDCs are gonna be a key element in what is coming. So as you can see here, stable coins are very important. This is another pillar of what is happening. And just check, this share of stable coins is 99% dollar. That's the reason I publish about Revolut thinking about launching their stable coin on euro. So that could be changed because right now it's like a total domination from the states in terms of stable coins. And if you compare stable coins against US debt, is even above Germany, between Mexico and Germany in terms of the size of the market. And it's $81 billion by Tether and $11 billion in USDC. So Circle has a lot of potential to grow. And just remember one of the videos that I did about how Coinbase in the EU, due to the MiCA regulation, asked Tether, the creator of USDT, to be in compliance, or they will be just kicked out from the EU, and they're gonna do it. And of course, this is the logic. It's like the highest inflation, people will go to stable coins and crypto. Just ask any Argentinian or any Venezuelan or any Nigerian. Um, and these are another interesting ones. Is like the consolidation of the Magnificent Seven, as they call it now. It's like Nvidia, Google, Meta, Alphabet, Microsoft, and Apple. It's like they just lead the market forward, and this is very interesting because it's like if we compare the Standard and Poor's 1960s, 1980s to today, we have seen the consolidation of these big techs because these big techs, they keep investing a lot in research and development, they keep acquiring a lot of companies, and they keep destroying a lot of competitors. So the combination of these elements has done that they create this type of monopolies. And as you can see, all are US based companies because, of course, this is the NASDAQ. But when you compare globally in terms of tech companies, they are the leader. So, this is the first part of my analysis of the Andreessen Horowitz crypto report. And I'm going to do a second part and I'm going to publish tomorrow. Thank you very much. And let me know in the comments what is your opinion about it.